second. Calvin missing on his overhands. And Ramirez missing on the knee. Oh! Big combination there from Calvin. Catches the leg into a takedown attempt here. On the back is Dunning. One hook in. And he's just going for ground and pound here. Vicious elbows. Gets into full mount. Calvin Dunning, very dangerous here. Ramirez doing everything he can to show the referee that he's still in this fight. Good ground and pound still from Dunning. Grabs the back again. Could be going for a head and arm choke here. Switches to elbows.
Methodical is Calvin Dunning here. What he's been able to do this entire round.
Telling him he needs to improve his position. He's got to get out of there. Calvin Dunning is just landing these elbows.
Ramirez can
vicious elbows. Big elbows. Referee taking a real close look here. I can't even get the word out. That's it. Calvin Dunning with the second round TKO.
In his pro debut, and that's how Ramirez finishes out his career. What an outing from Calvin Dunning. He's a CFC guy through and through, and now he wins his first pro debut.
This is what you want to see. You want to see guys come up through the amateur ranks in your organization, become the champ, go pro in the organization. He's building his base with CFC.
I love it right here. Calvin Dunning and El Torito Ramirez embracing afterward right here. Go get him, head kick. I'm looking forward to this post-fight interview.
Finish after finish, this card is absolutely insane.
Referee Joel Ojeda has stopped this fight in the second round due to a TKO. Your winner out of the red corner, Calvin
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get to the interview with the winner, I'd like to talk to Ramirez and give him a chance to thank anybody he wants. At the end of his career, I'll go ahead and give you the mic, sir.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank God for giving me an opportunity to be here. Thank you for every single one of you who come here to see me the last time that I stepped into the cage. So now, I want to speak in Spanish because I can express myself better. So, primero que nada, quiero decir gracias a Dios, gracias a todos, cada uno de ustedes, por darme la oportunidad de terminar algo tan bonito como lo fue mi carrera. Desafortunadamente no pude terminarlo como me hubiera gustado, pero aquí estamos, estoy bien. Mi oponente está bien, no puedo pedir nada más, estoy con todas las personas que me aman. Quiero agradecer un especial shout out a mi esposa Alejandro, te amo, a mis coaches, Javier Valle, gracias, eternamente agradecido coach, a mi papá, que no sé dónde está, papá. Papá, ¿dónde estás? Hijo, ¿dónde está mi hijo? Hijo, Muchas gracias. So, CFC, Carlos. Roland. Gracias, Roland. Gracias. Esta es la última vez.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner in his pro debut. Please do not drop my microphone. So, bless you. All right, so we made our amateur debut in Tucson. We moved the amateur career to El Paso. You became the champion. We stayed here to start the pro career, and you get it done with the finish. How you feeling right now?
First of all, I like to say, give Ricardo the cross. Man, I had an ending journey, start my own, and nothing but love towards his family and him. God bless. And El Paso, I love you guys. Hey, what? 3-5 for you at the camp. Man, you're like my second home. Love every one of you guys. The food's fantastic. Love you guys. And I want to thank my family. I don't know where they're sitting, but man, I'm sorry, Mom. Please put a lot of stress. You know, I do love you a lot. And my family, my team's, other than my mom, my biggest support, next to my girlfriend. Couldn't do anything without them. They pushed me through the weight cuts, the hard training. Man, I train almost 7 days a week. Requires a lot, so.
All right, and what do you want next, sir?
Let my coaches decide. We get a little special when it comes to picking certain things. I'll let them pick. So, you gotta ask the coaches. Then they tell me to fight. I do it. I really don't pick. I just fight anyone they tell me to. So, that's what we do. When you guys are watching, I know a lot of you here for AJ Munoz. We're gonna get a nasty finish. KFC's here. Stay tuned. Let it guys love all of you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Calvin Dunning.
What a fight right there. Calvin Dunning here, CFC 6. What a great outing right there, and getting a chance to hear him in person.
A good fighter keeps his body tuned. A smart driver keeps his right tuned. That's where right drive comes in. El Paso's exclusive CFC dealership. That's where the test drive gets harder than the leg kick. Scan the QR code right now, and one of you is driving home with a free oil user for 2 years. That's a $360 value. Whether you're doing punches or dodging potholes, right drive, the only way to drive.
Now getting an opportunity to hear from head kick himself, fresh off the opportunity to talk to both Ramirez and, in this one, Dunning. First off with Ramirez, touching words to his family, finding him out in the crowd. That was touching right there. Just drop that mic for you.
Make some noise!
Fourth fight, and then intermission right after this. We've got Diana Ramirez taking on Whitley Brown. Excited about that one. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But your thoughts on Dunning, who, what a journey. I mean, 7 successful amateur fights, and then starting off his pro career with a bang.
Well, nobody wants to retire their opponent legitimately, but unfortunately, that was the outcome of this fight. The only thing that makes it not so bad is we knew this going in that it was going to be Ramirez's last fight. I will say I did break the cardinal rule. I handed the fighter the microphone. You're not supposed to do that. So, for future reference, if you're looking to get into this business, don't give the fighter the microphone. Second, Calvin looked great out there. He fought his fight, and I said whoever was going to win needed to implement their game plan and fight their fight.
Now we get a chance to see the first and only female fight on the card. Excited to see Diana Ramirez and Brown.
And get yourself some our soul.
Awesome. I love this.
If there's only one female fight on the card, I want this one.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited about this one. Pro debuts on both sides. Excited about that. We're going to definitely talk about that here as we continue. But what a great night so far. Head kick. I mean, we've had an excellent start, and it's already 8:30. They've actually moved a little slower on the card specifically, but it's a good thing because we've got all the way up until 11. this place becomes a concert venue.
Where my knuckles at? Make some noise for Kamacho!
Well, when fights end early, you have the opportunity to give fighters a little bit more time on the mic. That's how we were able to give Ramirez his time. Typically, you don't do that for the, non-title bout guys that are calling it a career.
Sure.
However, we had the time allotted tonight. We only have 8 fights. We've had nothing but finishes and absolute barn burners. This has been amazing. But when you have the time to give it to the fighters, you should. And I think we did.
Let's recap it from the start. First off, Adrian Galindo, a 3rd round submission against Emmanuel. We still can't get over that one.
I can't get over any of the fights so far. They've been really amazing. But to open up their card with that fight,
This next fight of the night is very special. It is our one and only female fight of the night. Make some noise for the ladies. Let's welcome our first fighter to the cage, Whitley Brown.
Whitley Brown is 5-0, coming in from Las Vegas on her amateur side of things. Extreme Couture, she takes this seriously out of Vegas, her pro debut. What a person she is. I mean, head kick. I was watching some of her footage. She's ruthless. She is absolutely filthy in what she does. And for her to come out here to make her pro debut, what a treat for El Paso.
well, when I asked her, where she started, because her Muay Thai is so good, I asked her, did you start in Muay Thai and then transition to MMA? She said, no, I started in MMA. She's just really good at Muay Thai. She's got really great knees, really great elbows. She pushes a crazy pace. She's got great positional awareness. When her opponents are trying to take it where they want it, they have a hard time because she just sees everything. She's got great Muay Thai. She's very tough. She puts on a heavy pace. She's got really good power, and she's got great submission defense. She's everything you need in a female fighter, but also really exciting.
How about the fact that she's from Extreme Couture? What a great organization that is.
It's a great organization, but she's kind of cut from a different cloth as to where, that school, you'll see them mix in takedowns. She doesn't. She doesn't care about the takedown. She wants to go out there and break her opponent's face, and typically she does that with great success. Like I said, her Muay Thai, it's some of the best that I've seen from an amateur in a very long time.
Love it right there. Whitley Brown from Las Vegas, 135, style MMA on her side of things. She's coming out here to make her pro debut. How cool is that right there in itself? She will be out here in a big matchup, coming out in the Indigo outfit. Love it.
Very confident. She's ready to get her pro career started.
All right. Let's welcome her opponent to the CFC cage, Ramirez.
Diana Ramirez had a 2-3-1 amateur career on her side of things. You look at what she was able to do on her end. Her pro debut is this one as well. She has hailed from the likes of Zen martial arts, hailed from the likes of elite kickboxing, and head kick. She's got some fans here in the house.
I can guarantee you her ticket purse is probably going to be pretty high. Now look, she possesses a more well-rounded game in mixed martial arts than her opponent does. She's got good boxing, she's got good kicks, she has good submissions, and she's got good wrestling. What she's going to have to do is she's going to have to use the entire game against her opponent tonight to get the win. What she has in front of her is a fighter much like her last outing with Lourdes. Lourdes was big, long, and she liked to strike, and she had good takedown defense. So Diana has to use her entire game. She can't just settle into a striking match. She's going to get outstruck.
For Diana herself, I've been really impressed with what she's been able to do as going in with the game plan. She alluded to ground and pound wrestling. That's what she wants to do in order to win this one right here. And she said before the fight that she was kind of alluding to wrestling to win this one right here. A freestyle fighter from EKA, from Zen martial arts. She's going to be disciplined going into this.
She's going to have to use all of it.
This fight will take place in the women's bantamweight division. Fighting out of the blue corner, this woman is a mixed martial artist hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, and representing Extreme Couture. Standing 5 feet, 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. This is her pro debut. Give it up for Whitley. Across the cage in the red corner, this woman is a freestyle fighter, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, also weighing at 135 pounds. Representing Elite Kickboxing Academy from right here in El Paso, Texas. This is also her pro debut. Make some noise for Diana Ramirez! The third man in charge of the action is Don Turnage.
Man, the pop on that crowd, and for good reason.
El Paso's own Diana Ramirez. Pro debut.
Right after it, they met in the center. Going for that headlock.
Diana.
Yanni doing a great job controlling the position here. Whitley known for getting back to her feet and having great submission defense.
I was also going to say, she just didn't time it right, but she would still be on her feet right now.
She just broke the grip. Back to her feet. Now clinching up against the cage. Yanni doing a great job controlling the posture of Brow. Good knee in the clinch from Ramirez. Oh, great elbow there from Diana as well. Corner calling for head position, and she obliges. Exotic in the corner of Ramirez tonight.
Switched up the shirt.
He did a great job. But what you're seeing right now is a lot of control, and the damage starting to mount for Diana. Now she's listening to her corner. Wow. Wow. In full mount. No, sorry, half guard.
Relentless.
Good elbows
Relentless.
here.
The crowd loves her.
Whitley doing a good job keeping her guard up, not taking a lot of these shots. Whitley gets her back to the cage. On the pursuit, back to her feet.
Good defense.
Yanni did a great job with that back leg, interrupting the stand-up. Good elbows as well. Great fight IQ from Ramirez.
Ramirez. Getting brutal here.
I mean, good. Good job to the referee for not stopping that fight. Going for that trip again, but this time Whitley kept a hook. Yanni should look to spin here and take top position again. And Whitley takes the back of Ramirez. Diana in trouble for the first time in this fight. Still 1:25 left.
Trying to get squirmy there. Slither out of that.
The seconds are ticking away here. Rao throws the leg over and traps the arm. Looking for a one-handed rear naked choke. It's deep. And there's
Wow. The submission right there for Brow. And she gets it in her pro debut. Gets it done. First round submission. The crowd is disappointed and shocked. What a turnaround for Whitley Brow.
I'm not for sure if this fight played out on the feet, Brow would get the better of the exchanges, and if it goes to the ground, Ramirez would get she would just be overwhelming with the wrestling and the submission attempt.
It went the other way around.
Wow.
Whitley Brow, how impressive was she able to turn it back, flip the script, win here
Is that our
in the
first round finish of the night?
That is our first round finish of the night. There you go. All right,
Women
Ed King
getting
will
it
do
done.
this interview over here with Brow. We'll make this happen. Good stuff. Good stuff. As we continue, we are live on YouTube, presented by Firefox Homes. Visit firefoxhomestx.com.
This fight has come by stoppage in the very first round to the rear naked choke. Your winner out of the blue corner, Whitley Brown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Whitley. You come into enemy territory to make your professional debut, and by and large, a large portion of that round wasn't going your way. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you end up in a great position and secure the rear naked choke, ending it in the first round. What was going through your mind? Now, she was mounting a lot of offense, throwing a lot of elbows right here up against the cage. Were you in fear that the referee was going to step in?
My coach was never exploded. Nothing was really affecting me, so
All right, you're a very exciting prospect at 135 pounds. When can we see you back in here? All right, you hear that, Carlos? Get her back in here ASAP. Your winner to the first round rear naked choke, Whitley Brow.
Whitley Brow with a huge rear naked chokehold win by submission in the first round. Really impressive stuff right here as we get ready for an intermission right here. So we'll be back. We're going to take a timeout right now. When we come back, more out here, CFC 6 Proving Ground. We'll take a timeout right here as you're continuing to listen to us. Power presented by Firefox Homes. Visit Firefox Homes.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in action right after this on the broadcast.
Put your hands together one more time for the CFC Rangers! We're still on intermission, so stop by the bar, pick up a drink, and get ready for these next fights coming up.
Check, check, check. We are back here out here for CFC 6, and we are getting ready. We're still in the intermission right now, getting ready for all the other fights. Stay with us. We're presented by Firefox Homes. Visit firefoxhomestx.com, and we are about to get ready for our next fight, about to be here on the corner. Let's do it. Still up on the fight card, we got Yanni Munoz taking on Eli and Kukui Perez. At the flyweight and featherweight ranks, we're excited about that fight. After that one, Anthony Kamacho taking on Luis Cruz, followed by Alex, the Candyman Diaz versus Emmanuel, the Destroyer, Berumin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 5 or 10
The main event fight tonight, Victor and Pablo Santan taking on Juan. Nice.
Coming up is a major fight. Co-main and main event of the evening. Don't forget that very, very special announcement after the main event. You guys are going to want to hear it, I promise. Five or 10 minutes, long enough to get that line, get yourself another cold beer, a margarita, a vodka Red Bull, Bucanas Red Bull. Someone bring me a Bucanas Red Bull. What's that?
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Test, test, test. This is the mic check, mic check. We are going to make sure that this sounds okay. And this is clipped onto me for CFC 6. We are so excited about everything going on right now. We're getting ready for all of this. Still getting ready for the main card here tonight. Everybody having a great time here at CFC. What a great crowd here it is out at the El Paso County Coliseum. So many people out here having a great time. Big shout out to the entire team at VenPro Solutions. Big shout out to Jaime, to Edgar, to David, to Andrew, to Christian, the whole team with us here as we get started. The second round, the second edition of all these fights. Our guy, Jeremy West, the exotic one, is back with us. Diana Ramirez, you were in her corner. Didn't go the way that you wanted in that one.
Definitely not. You know, it was a bitter pill to swallow right now, but we got to get back. We got to look forward to these fights coming up. The card's just getting better and better. But I will say about that fight, she showed grappling dominance in the beginning. She was winning that fight. You know, just that's what happens sometimes in MMA. It just takes one mistake. One loss of a position changes everything. One punch on the chin changes everything. It's the game sometimes, unfortunately, but it just is things that we'll go back to the drawing board, we'll work on, and we'll improve to make sure they don't happen again.
Whitley Brown was the one who finished it off here in this one, first round submission. That was the previous fight that we just saw, the one and only female fight that we have on the card. Very impressive one for that matter, but it ended in just the first round. The first fight to end in the first round. Really?
First round tonight. Can we talk about Ricardo?
Let's do it. Tell me.
It's what I just saw some takedowns. I heard slams. I heard loud crowd reactions. I wasn't keeping a close eye on that fight. What was the result of that one?
Result was a second round TKO by Calvin Dunning. second round TKO. Very impressive, back and forth, but man, El Torito struggled in that one. That was Ricardo Ramirez, and you know, I liked what he was able to do, you know, a little bit in the first round, but just not able to weather the storm. As a result, it's Calvin Dunning who came out on top in that one.
Calvin Dunning, that strong grappling. You know, he's a little tank for that weight. You could see the difference in their body types, right? With Calvin just being so physical, such a physical force between the two of them.
We're getting ready for the second part of this card here after intermission.
And I believe we're kicking it off with the pro debut of Yanni Munoz.
Yanni Munoz, one of CFC's favorites, taking on Eli El Cucuy Perez. Excited about that fight, and that one's on deck after that one. Anthony Kamacho taking on Luis Cruz. Should be a great one too.
Yeah, I mean, so far the fights have been delivering. We're seeing finishes. We're seeing competitive fights. It's what you want to see out of MMA. You don't want to see shutouts out here. You want to see evenly matched fighters.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Oh yeah. This has been a great time so far. I've really enjoyed myself, and what a night of fights here. This has been one of the best CFC nights I've ever witnessed.
It definitely feels, it has a different feel to it. You know, we're here in the Coliseum. We're not in an outdoor venue. It's a little bit more intimate. The crowd noise, the way it channels here, it's something else.
They did a great job of filling the stadium here at the Coliseum. What would you say? I would say easily over 4,500, maybe close to 5,000. Don't know anything confirmed yet from the guys, but I will look to get some notice.
We're gonna figure that out as soon as we can. The attendance.
We'll take a little break here. We'll come back here as we get ready for the second edition of this card. As you're listening to CFC 6 right here out at the County Coliseum.
Stay tuned.
I pushed this button. What did I do? That's an accident.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I just felt like it was so good. And it was so many things that we went over again. I was so but that was a tough part about it. We were used to fighting 2-on-1, but he was only 1-on-1. Going her way, man. It was going her way. It hurt. It hurt. I could get a whole pack for that, but I paid for that. I was gonna like Chris or JP, but I know that I forgot about that shit. Fuck. I couldn't get on the phone, like, yeah. And I just had to keep I was like trying to get good shots. Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna be like, I need a better shot. And you're like, shit. So I was off sore and shit. Towards the end, I finally was able to get off. And I was rolling and every time I was like, let's go. And it's cool. Thanks for that. I forgot anything. And that's when I stepped in.
So now, a quick word from our sponsor. First Life.
Whitley Community Foundation and First Life Credit Union. And we want to give thanks to you for being here and being part of the CFC. You may not know this, but a portion of the chicken sale actually went to a scholarship. And it falls in line with the CFC's foundation mission of building champions in the community. As a local community, I am very happy to see different organizations such as CFC and First Life working together to make a difference in our community. So once again, thank you for being here. Enjoy the show. Hello, Alejandro. Diego here with the First Life Community Foundation and First Life Credit Union. And we want to give thanks to you for being here and being part of the CFC. You may not know this, but a portion of your chicken sale actually went to a scholarship. And it falls in line with the CFC Foundation mission of building champions in the community. As a local student, I am very happy to see different organizations such as CFC and First Life working together to make a difference in our community. So once again, thank you for being here. Enjoy.
I hurt myself today to see the fight still trying to kill it all away, but I remember. All right, Paso! Are you still with me?
Get to it, buddy.
Let's get it started! All right. Let's bring out the next fighter to the cage!
Thank you, sir.
All right! Make some noise out of the blue corner for Perez!
Eli Perez over here. He's known as El Cucuy out of the flyweight featherweight ranks. We are back out here, CFC 6, along with Head Kick. I'm Adrian. Jeremy Wist to my left. He is back with us at our broadcast booth, and we are back here, guys. I was snoozing a little bit, but we are ready here, CFC 6, Eli Perez. And the thing that you can tell about him, the GPC flyweight title that he held on his side, coming from Juarez, Mexico, he loves to strike, and he's also one of the coming from pro athletes, another big fighter from there. What can you tell us about him, Head Kick?
Well, he's coming off a 3-round war with Cepeda. That fight ended up going the distance, not in his favor, but it showed that this man is a dog. He doesn't go out there to lay over for his opponents. He goes out there, if he's not going to win, he's going to make damn sure you never forget his name.
Now, with him right here, Jeremy, this is a guy who's had 2 knockouts in his past, also a KO on his side, so he's got that experience on his end.
Definitely he's taking on a top prospect debuter in Yanni, but Eli Perez, no strength in the CFC cage. This is his, I believe, 3rd CFC appearance. In the past, it really hasn't gone his way, so he's looking to turn it around tonight. But with Eli, you know you're going to get lightning fast striking exchanges. We see this guy, I feel like every opponent he's fought, he has a speed advantage against. So I think he's going to look to utilize that, not get hit by those bombs from Yanni.
Well, Yanni is going to bring that heat. We'll get to him in just a little bit, but when I got a chance to see Eli yesterday, Eli, I thought that he was very confident. He was ready to go. But the one thing I will say about him is he has some interesting outfit choices. When he came out to the face-offs, you don't usually comment on this, but when he came out to the face-offs, I was a little surprised at what he was wearing over here, but no surprise in how he looks here today. Fighting out of Juarez, genuflex before going in, and he looks fired up. He's coming out here in the green trunks. Eli Perez from Juarez, Mexico.
He had the button-down shirt open while showing off the ad, but hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Why not?
Absolutely, never in a boring fight. He's got big show experience, and I believe he's got the better opponents that he's fought as well.
Now, Head Kick, you tell us. The guy, we'll get back to that in just a second.
Corner, Alejandro Munoz.
Man, Yanni Munoz making his pro debut out of Tempe, Arizona. And look at this guy himself. The double birds on his intro photo itself. I watched him against Granados. He had a huge TKO, round 2 with a huge punch on October 18th. We remember Yanni very well, and he's back in action here tonight.
Well, one thing we can say about Adrian is he is unapologetically violent. The man comes in on a mission with a purpose, and that is to shut the lights off. It is not TKOs. It is knock out. They are out cold. That is his mission statement, and that is what he produces time and time again here in the CFC cage.
Look at him shaking his head all the way walking through. Jeremy, I was talking to him yesterday. He was saying, you know, as a kid, he got into street fights. He was somebody who grew up with older brothers, grew up with family who loved to beat each other up and have some fun in the backyard brawling. He grew up a street fighter, and look at this. You know, it's his first pro debut, his first pro fight here at CFC 6. But this man is no stranger to fighting.
And you said fun. He had fun brawling with his brother. That's exactly what he does. He has fun. He's careless. He's out back. He's back there. He's singing. He's having a good time. He's cracking jokes. That's just the approach he takes. It's like the cage. He's free. He can just be himself and let loose.
When you have that kind of power, you get to be able to have that outlook on fighting. It's just fun to him. When you have life-altering power in your knuckles,
he gets as excited as like a kid on Christmas when he's fighting.
I'll say this for Yanni, a guy who is like him. He's also been he's had a nice CFC run. He's enjoyed and benefited off being here in El Paso. October 18th, he fights in El Paso. He wins against Granados, TKO. By Monday, he's back at work, working construction, 9 to 5. He loves to work with his hands. I was talking to him about this. He was like, look, this is what I do. This is working with my hands, whether I'm out here. I knew I was going to play baseball, or I knew I was going to be a pro fighter, and look at what he's doing. He's a pro fighter right here, making his debut.
He definitely knocks him out of the park. Oh, for sure.
There he is. Head kick at his finest. I love it.
He's got cinder blocks in his glove or in his hands. I don't know what it is. Some dense construction industrial material. There's something different in this guy's bones.
Let's meet our fighters. This professional bout takes place in the men's bantamweight division. Out of the blue corner, this man is a striker representing the pro athletes MMA in Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and is 135 pounds. And Perez! And across the cage from him in the red corner, this man is a freestyle fighter from Tempe, Arizona, representing Johnny Page's Jiu-Jitsu. He's 5 feet 6 inches tall and 135 pounds. Let's hear it for
Oh my gosh. Guys, this is a tense fight. I can feel it. We're back.
Hey, you guys watching at home, don't blink. Don't go away. Don't go get popcorn. Lock into this fight right now.
Thank you to the 100+ people who are watching us live on YouTube CFC live stream here on CFC 6.
Touch of gloves. These guys severely respect each other, but seriously want to put each other's lights out.
Yanni already laughing.
Already smiling over here.
And I talked to Yanni before the fight.
Yanni looking calm and poised.
He said this is no easy fight. He's expecting to go to war with Ellie tonight. He's not overlooking him is what I'm trying to say. He's taking this fight very serious.
Eli Perez using his footwork.
Yanni came with a huge fan crowd with him.
Now look, power goes both ways in this fight. Eli Perez does possess power and has the ability to shut Yanni's lights off as well. It's a two-way street.
Perez with a nice kick.
4-ounce gloves. See, these guys respect each other. Oh, nice kick. Well, with both of these guys being predominantly stand-up guys, not just in the cage, but also outside of the cage, I don't anticipate any takedowns.
I don't either. But Yanni tends to.
Oh!
Oh, just as we said it. Oh.
That's him up.
Oh.
Touch of gloves. Right back to work. And that's a devastating leg kick.
But he's trying to put his lights out.
That's what I've been really impressed by his compared to the October 18th fight. His kicks are landing.
Well, he probably looked at the tape and said, man, I got to shore that up.
Good timing on that elbow, that left elbow straight on. We're seeing Yanni be very patient. He's not trying to force the knockout here.
So damn calm. That's a scary thought.
And of course, Ellie's calm. He's been in there. He's experienced as a pro. But Yanni's shown a lot of poise, you know, it being his pro debut. Doesn't seem to be letting this moment get to him. Very relaxed.
Both trying to get their timing right.
Wow, big flurry from Yanni. Nothing significant lands. But if I'm Perez, I'm probably trying to tie him up. Maybe not take him to the ground, but push him up on the cage. Engage in the clinch, tire out those arms.
Get the arms, or at least get him thinking about something else too.
Spinning back fist attempt.
Catches the guard. That head kick. Ooh.
Man, that kick has been money all night.
Starting to see swelling on that back left thigh for Perez.
Outside of his leg. Seeing some red. Ooh. His sprawl again, those
good
heavy
sprawl.
hits, like a building on him. I felt those hits. It's not fun.
That's a good sprawl there.
Always locking up an anaconda choke here. Yanni has it completely locked up. If he rolls to his side, he might look to finish this. Trying to,
Uh-oh,
now Ellie's
armbar.
going for something. Ellie's, yep, he's looking for an arm bar.
Can't get caught in this kind of.
He's looking at posture, he's defending well.
Well, this is definitely unexpected, but he passes over in a half guard.
Yes. Done by Yanni to avoid submission, get himself in a better position.
Well, that shows the work that he's been putting in over at Jay Page's.
Yes, sir. I know all of those guys, they all have solid grappling.
Collects full guard, does Perez.
Yanni keeping control of his arms.
Yanni's got to be very careful. Those legs are getting awfully high.
He got locked in that triangle.
Triangle. That's tight.
Ellie might have
That's tight.
Yanni needs to punch.
Oh, that's it.
He's tapping.
That's it.
He's tapping.
Perez with a win. And Yanni.
Wow.
Perez wins by submission. First round, the second back-to-back. First
With
round.
a backfoot celebration.
What a finish.
I really thought both of these guys were going to play around on the feet.
Hey, at the end of the day,
But Perez.
it's MMA. Ellie's a well-rounded fighter. He made such a quick, he snatched that triangle up, got right to it, got right to the finish. Perfect transitions for that triangle for the Ellie. Look.
Wow. Perez with a first-round submission right there. And we'll hear from Head Kick and Perez after this one right here.
Great show of respect between these two.
Totally agree on that. Love this one right here. Good fight. And back-to-back first-round finishes. And back-to-back fights.
Got first-round submissions. And as long as that lasted, I was loving that fight.
Let's bring the fighters to the center of the cage. Your winner, by submission stoppage due to a triangle choke, fighting out of the blue corner, Perez.
What a fight. Can't wait to hear this one. Eli Perez and Adrian Yanni Munoz. A lot of love for each other. Can't wait to see Yanni back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. We know he's not going anywhere.
Ellie,
He's going to be back.
come over here, sir. All right, I'm here with your winner, Perez, getting it done with the first round triangle choke. That was fun for as long as it lasted. What was going through your mind when you threw up the choke?
Pues simplemente se me dio
I'll just hand it to you.
He said he was going to fight on top and I think he just saw the tackle and went for it.
All right. Ellie, I have more questions for you. I want to know what's next. When can we expect you back in the cage?
Bueno, creo que hay un evento de junio. Hay un cabrón que se llama Ian Varela. La verdad no quisiera pelear con ese güey. Me han gustado, me han mandado mensajes. Estoy listo para ese punto. Te quiero cuando quiera. Said there's an event and there's a guy Varela, and he wants to get
All right, matchmaker, you got an easy job there. Your winner, Eli Perez.
Eli Perez with a submission win here in CFC 6. And you heard him calling out Varela
The
off
problem
this one.
child Varela. Yes, who was supposed to fight tonight, had bout scheduled.
Uruchurtu
Against Uruchurtu, Polar. But yes, that bout was canceled. Unfortunately.
One more time.
Great flyweight fight. And I think it was calling for a title
And
shot.
now, a word from
Wow,
our
that's awesome
sponsors.
stuff. And to get an opportunity to hear a call out right there, head kick, to hear the call out right there from Eli, impressive stuff. And for him to call out somebody who's supposed to be on this card, Varela, that's pretty impressive right there. What kind of energy did you gather from our guy, Eli Perez?
Now listen, I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but I understood that loud and clear. And Carlos Pacheco, the matchmaker for CFC, he got himself a co-main event, a main event. I mean, he really has his work cut out for him. This is a very easy fight to put together.
Mouthpiece.
Ian definitely is like El Paso's villain. And you got Ellie, who came in here and got it done and called him out. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. It's gonna produce fireworks. And literally all you got to do is send the contracts. They're going to sign.
I think so too. I love that right there. And it is a shame that we missed out to see Varela in this matchup right here. He had a chance to fight Uruchurtu. That one was a late scratch, but that one would have been a banger in itself. I can't wait to see maybe in the future Varela versus here in Perez. That would be awesome. He wanted to get the family shout out. Didn't work. I don't think it worked.
El Paso, we have a lost little boy looking for his mother. Please help him find his mom.
We are continuing out here at CFC 6. It's been so much fun. Presented by Firefox Homes. Visit firefoxhomestx.com.
Are you guys excited about the after party? Oh, man, my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys gotta sign up to the membership plan for the Fight Baron Club for CFC. Totally free, and it'll get you access to our after party. You're gonna want to be there.
CFC continues out here. I'm Adrian Broadus. He's head kick. We got the exotic one to my left. We're going to have so much fun out here. We got 3 more fights, 3 more bangers.
I need more energy. Are you guys ready to bring it out? All right. Let's bring out
Luis Cruz looking for his first pro win here as an MMA fighter out of Casas Grandes, Mexico. I was talking to somebody earlier today. Tell me a little bit about Casas Grandes. They were like, you know what? Fighters out there, they love to fight. They love to make it happen. Not far from El Paso, maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours, but nonetheless making it happen. 6'0". They listen at 6'2". on his Tapology. He has the height, he has the size to him. He previously had bouts with APFC, also with Rough, both being losses. Looking for his first victory out of the pro ranks here is Luis Cruz.
Well, Luis Cruz is going around and trying to find himself as a professional athlete. The guy's got very crisp boxing, but what happens is guys get him to the ground, they get him in their element where he's not comfortable, and they end up securing victories over him, not really giving him a chance to shine. I think tonight we're going to see a more evolved game, and we're going to get to see more of Luis Cruz tonight.
Looking forward to it, Jeremy. This guy, we saw it. Tapology listed him 6'2". Today, 6'0". I guess these just fluctuate at times, huh?
That's what happens. Sometimes it happens. What happens when you go down in elevation? Up in Mexico, it's a little bit higher elevation. He came down to El Paso, so his height was affected. Nonetheless, this man is still gonna look to strike. I've seen his last few fights. He has a pretty deadly right kick. I've seen him just blast it. I'm expecting him to use that weapon tonight. I think he's going to be trying to set up head kicks, but he's got a tough test tonight in Kamacho.
He's a striker himself. Looking forward to this fight in a big way and looking for his first win.
And his opponent in the red corner, Anthony Kamacho.
Anthony Kamacho, Franklin High School's finest. He fights out of Bloodline Boxing Academy. He's 0-2. He's also looking for his first win as a pro fighter. And for him, he's been fighting since 2021. He says this is the first time he'll be fighting in front of his grandma, in front of certain coworkers, in front of family members out there. He's looking to stand, hang, and bang in the middle. Anthony Kamacho, 0-2 from Franklin High School here in El Paso. He was a state wrestler for 2 different occasions. This is a guy right here who's looking for his first win and has something to prove here. Head kick.
One thing to note about Kamacho is he doesn't play. He gets right after it. There is no game plan, essentially. He just goes out there and he tries to ball you. And he fights at such a frantic pace, guys have a hard time keeping up with him. And his transition between his striking and his wrestling and his grappling they're so quick and so seamless. Guys have a lot of trouble with that.
Jeremy, as far as Bloodline Boxing Academy, what can you tell me about them?
Well, I know they're primarily coached by a boxing coach named Coach Jackie, but he gets their hands right. He is developing a nice team down there. Good striking, takes the wrestlers in, turns them into strikers.
Looking forward to this one in a big way. Anthony Kamacho, El Paso's own.
Representando Nuevo Desde Grandes in Chihuahua, Mexico. He's 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. Luis Cruz. His opponent, a freestyle fighter from El Paso, Texas, representing Bloodline Boxing. Also 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. He is a freestyle fighter. Out of the red corner, Anthony Kamacho. The third man in charge of the fighter safeties, Don Perez.
Macho looks really, really good physically right now. I'm excited to watch
fired.
this
It's like he's in
He's
great
got
shape.
the goosebumps here.
He's ready.
ready for this.
Wrestling prowess, not to mention.
State wrestler,
High school
state
champion,
and
then
college wrestler.
in Sioux Briarcliff College in Sioux City,
Kamacho
Iowa.
opens with a kick. Luis obliges.
Macho already applying the pressure. And you see Luis
These
using
guys
that
are
right leg,
exchanging kick for kick.
blasting the inside of the leg.
Expecting a body kick from Luis.
Kamacho using that freestyle.
Ooh, there it is.
Kick for kick.
Ooh, now Luis swings. Hard shots. Guys are not.
Kamacho just out of range with his strikes. Going to lead hammer fist.
Good leg kick by Kamacho.
Another
These
hammer
guys are
fist
throwing
by
lead
Bucks.
hammer fists.
That's new. Ooh. Camacho shoots.
First takedown attempt from Kamacho.
He's trying to work
Great
that single.
takedown
Now
defense.
He's got his hands
from Cruz.
on that single. He might be able to. Their position still not settled. All right. Cruz sprawls on him nicely, but applying a lot of pressure on that front headlock.
Kamacho able to get on his feet.
Able to, build his way back up, fight the hands. Ooh, Kamacho spitting.
That was such a good sprawl from Cruz.
Stuffed it really well. And you see in this open stance, they're trading rear leg kicks quite a bit.
Wild
Kamacho swinging
exchange.
wildly.
Cruz being patient as a striker on his side.
Yeah, Camacho's trying to
Keeping his jab nice and long.
Those swings.
Big winging side fist punches from Kamacho.
Pretty good.
Effective.
Oh, these guys are brawling.
Kamacho's raw, but he's got talent, guys.
He is raw. That's for sure. That's what he's showing right now. Grit.
Luis way out of range with that one. Oh,
Nice knee lands. He was looking for that earlier.
that's a good three-piece.
He's got to be careful.
Oh, some soccer kicks to the body. Wow, Luis just ragdolls him.
Luis Cruz on the wrestler. Oh, Kamacho locking up a single,
That
though.
was an excellent sequence from the boxer.
And as far as Kamacho goes, maybe a little too aggressive right there.
Yeah, we're seeing Cruz. He might be making a mistake here by staying on his knees. That could allow him to finish, but his corner telling him to get off of his knees. Because a good wrestler will snatch the leg up. That's the problem with keeping your knees down on the mat. Kamacho might be able to drag and take the back. Very
That's a
nice.
wrestler at his finest right there.
Hammer fist, heavy ground and pound. The long arms. Camacho.
This is ground and pound.
We see Cruz covering up. If he doesn't give much, the ref might stop it. If he's not intelligently defending, the ref's going to step
Kamacho's
in.
got him in trouble.
Kamacho's got him
Ref
here.
taking a close
Kamacho's
look.
got it.
First round,
And his
TKO.
first win in his hometown. Anthony Kamacho, Franklin High School's finest, makes it happen. He's fired up here on this one, and he deserves being fired up in front of his hometown.
Incredible performance from Kamacho.
Another first round finish. That's 3 straight first round finishes.
What is in the air tonight?
Congratulations to Anthony Kamacho, El Paso's own, Franklin High School's finest, making it happen. And he had to weather a bit of a storm right there, and he made it happen. So excited for Anthony Kamacho.
El Paso, give it up.
Chaotic fight. They were all over the place.
He wanted this one so badly.
Oh,
You
yes.
could tell. He wanted this
Absolutely.
one so badly.
It's so difficult to not get a win for a long time, and you finally you get to release that emotion. You feel that pressure off your shoulders, especially fighting at home. It's a lot of pressure. You think it's the guy coming in out of town has nothing to lose.
All right,
You're the hometown guy, different pressure.
Make it official. Don Turnage has stopped this fight in the very first round due to a TKO. Fighting out of the red corner, Anthony Kamacho.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Anthony Kamacho, securing the first round, the third first round finish in a row tonight, by the way. Getting it done, finally getting a win as a pro. Look damn good doing it, man. How you feeling right now?
Well, like I think about right now, she's surprised. He saved my life, man. I know it sounds cliche, but I shouldn't be standing right here talking about him. Yeah, here I am. And he blessed me to get my first pro win in my hometown. All I can think about is Jesus Christ. All praise, glory, and honor go to Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Anthony Kamacho. Congratulations, man.
Anthony Kamacho, very spiritual on this one, very passionate for the win right there in this one.
Holy
Have to
smoke.
respect that. Man.
Gotta respect Anthony Kamacho. Raw, very raw, Jeremy, but hey, he packs a punch and he was ready to go here during that flurry.
There was some flurries. That was a good way of putting it. That was like a battle of flurries. We saw standing hammer fists, some wild swings both ways, but that was entertaining. They were slipping them down like in their bouts. I loved it.
Head kick. I gotta ask you. So with a guy like Kamacho, raw. That's a good way to describe him. But how does he progress in his career?
Well, he's going to look at this tape and he's going to realize, number one, he's got to win in the record books as a professional. But he's also going to take a look at his striking and he's going to see the holes and the things that he needs to fix. He's going to make the adjustments because once you have a win as a professional, you become somewhat of a perfectionist. And he's going to want to perfect his craft.
Very impressive stuff. Shout out to Anthony Kamacho once again for making it happen.
They're going to give you nice things.
But it was still an incredible performance nonetheless. Getting him out of there in the first round. Both guys really having something to prove. They want to prove that this path that they've taken to being a professional mixed martial artist is worth all the risk because they're going to reap the reward. Only one guy was going to walk away a winner and only one guy was going to make a loser. And it seemed like to me, Kamacho made a choice. It was going to be him walking away with the W tonight.
What an entertaining fight and what a crowd here, guys. This is a packed audience. I mean, I love what we're experiencing here at the Coliseum.
It's filled up. I remember looking, I was like, oh, it's going to be rough, but no. It's a packed house tonight. Love to see it in the El Paso County Coliseum.
Shout out to Roland Rios. Shout out to Carlos Pacheco. They put on an amazing show here for CFC. Welcome here with us. We are presented by Firefox Homes. Visit FirefoxHomesTX.com. Shout out to them for bringing us the broadcast here today.
And one more thing, you guys got to stay tuned because soon the CFC 7 main event will be announced. That's gonna be coming up soon as well.
Their way, the girls are going to go to the stats and throw them to everybody in the stats. Let's go, girls.
We got to run the numbers up on this stream. Come on.
Exciting to be out here, guys.
On this side.
2 more fights here tonight. We got a great one coming up next. I'm excited about it. Before we get to that, let's recap what we started. You guys feel free to chime in at any point. Adrian Galindo with a 3rd round submission against Donovan Emmanuel. That started the night off. Then it was a 2nd round TKO by Samael Carrasco over Adan Lopez. Calvin Dunning getting a 2nd round TKO over Ricardo Ramirez. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and again, Ramirez walking away from the storm, completing his career tonight.
Diana Ramirez, Whitley Brow. It was Brow with a 1st round submission. This started the run. After that, it was Yanni versus Eli El Fukui Perez. And Eli with a big one, 1st round submission. And just like you saw right here, 1st round TKO for Anthony Camacho, getting his first victory over Luis Cruz.
It's been a great night so far. Nothing but finishes. I asked in the back if the judges still get paid. I think they do, but they have been super unnecessary tonight.
This has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm wondering who they're gonna pick for fight of the night. So far, I think it was the opener.
Yeah?
I think it was Galindo and Manuel. They were probably fighting because it went 3 rounds. It was back and forth. That's like quintessential fight of the night right there. And in the last second finish, and we got 2 fights left. Wow.
You got the main and the co-main event.
Yeah, so far I'm having a lot of fun here. I'm forgetting I'm commentating.
You would never give it to Eli or Yanni? That one was a lot of fun too. That was a great fight.
Any of these fights on any other given fight night or fight of the night. Finish of the night, knockout of the night.
It's hard to pick.
Is it local? Out of towners? Oh, out of towners. Okay. You know what you guys think? People from outside are really local ones? Come on. Dolphin's coming up. He's good. I think he's awesome. There we go.
Thank you to everybody who's watching us currently on YouTube.
Okay.
We're looking at the crowd right now, and we are getting ready for the next 2 fights. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. Over 200 people watching right now. Growing the subscribers, continuing here at CFC. Been a great experience so far. Shout out to my guys here, Head Kick, Jeremy. Been great to be with you guys.
Well, how about the voice of CFC, Anthony Burchak? El Toro throwing it down all night long.
Love it. Love the outfit. Love the shoes. He's got the sparkly kicks here tonight. I love it.
He looks fresh. He looks in good shape.
All right, guys.
He looks good. Sounds amazing.
So here we go. Here's a big one. We are giving out a trip to Vegas. $2,000 trip. So scan the QR code now and you're going to get notification. Guys,
Scan the QR code. It's right there on the jumbo screen. Scan it. Enter that contest for a trip to Vegas.
what do you think of Vegas, Burchak? You like it?
That's our second home, big dog.
Oh, is it?
Absolutely.
From your UFC days or what?
UFC, Tough Enough, all of those organizations, man, they've done a great job with what they've been doing, and I love going out there.
All right, if you had $2,000 to go to Vegas, what would you go? What would you do?
Hey, my favorite place is my friend's restaurant. It's called Monivas. It's a French restaurant in Chinatown. I've been waiting to take my wife there for the last couple times. I've taken her once before, but I'm long overdue. So if I won this trip, I'd head to Vegas and go see my friend's restaurant.
All right, so be like Burchak, go to Chinatown and do other things. And it's free. All I have to do is sign up to a fight club. Reg and Associates is super generous to do this for us. $2,000 trip to Vegas. He's actually here. He's partying with us. Super cool guy, Edgar. Much love. So keep scanning, and one of you go win.
Concourse looks
Cinco de Mayo in Las Vegas.
Concourse looks very full. Looks like a great setup. They're syndicating our Jumbotron feed with the live feed on YouTube. I love it, Head Kick.
Exotic. Are you being extra over there? I'm ready for the co-main event already. Let's bring him out. Come on. You can't put on a card this good and then leave us hanging.
We've got two big ones on the way. We're making it happen.
Oh, we have Bobby Bones from Nissan visiting us today. Oh, Burchak, back to the fights.
Let's go.
All right, I was waiting for that.
All right, here we go, guys. We are back at it, and it is the co-main event.
For the co-main event of the evening. 3 fighting rounds of pro MMA. Make some noise for Carlos Berumin.
For the destroyer himself, Emmanuel Berumin, coming out of Juarez. He has been on about a 10-month, almost a year layoff, guys. Hasn't fought since June of last year from Chihuahua, Mexico, but fights out of Juarez. 125 is what he's known at, and he's known as the destroyer, a grappler out of pro athletes here, Head Kick. He's coming out with a good crew. He has a lot of energy on his side, and man, this guy was a lot of fun to watch at the face-off and the weigh-ins yesterday.
Well, the guy likes to put on a show, and he's got big show experience, so this is not going to face him at all. But the type of fighter that he is he a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of fighter. He's not going in there to collect his checks via unanimous decision. He's going in there to collect his checks via however the finish comes. He's got knockouts on his record. He's got submissions on his record. He'll take it any way he can get it, but he is very much, if he is fighting, the fight is not going the distance.
I love it. With a fighter like him, he's 2-5 overall. He has the experience under his belt. Jeremy Emmanuel, the destroyer,
Berumin, yes, from what I've seen from him is he mixes his striking into his grappling very well. Good setups, and then when he gets it on the legs, he does a great job of driving his feet. So I think he's gonna look to wrestle tonight. And also, I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday, his fit at the weigh-ins, he came in like Peaky Blinders. Like
Dude,
a 1800s.
He had the French beret or whatever.
He had the hat, he had the pocket watch. He came in with a different type of energy, some 1800s British gangster energy tomorrow. We'll see how that translates into the cage tonight.
He was like a 1920s mobster, like gangster out there. And Emmanuel Berumin, the Destroyer, officially in the house. Look at all the energy he's bringing right here.
Save some of it for the fight, buddy.
Here to put on a show, it looks like.
He's ready for this one.
All right, make some noise for his opponent, Alejandro Diaz.
He's known as the Candyman. He is a flyweight 34-year-old out of Elite Kickboxing. He had an awesome triangle submission against Jonathan Garcia just recently in the battle at the Basin. We'll get to that from our guy Jeremy, who was at that bout. But tell me first about the Destroyer here out of Elite Kickboxing.
The Candyman, yes, I saw him fight the Battle of the Basin back in February. A very impressive victory by submission. He started with the armbar, transitioned into a triangle, and got him out of there in the first round. And what I've seen from Candy also, very fast kicks. And I wonder, why do they call him the Candyman? Here, I will quote Adrian Broner, it's because any man can get it.
I love it. I love it. The Candyman is here. He was maybe the first person, the first fighter head kick in the building today. He was here since like 3 or 4 o'clock, getting ready and preparing.
Well, it shows his dedication to the craft, okay? He's been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 14 years, and literally, he got his start in Jiu-Jitsu watching Coach Benny Ramirez throw somebody with ease. And he just saw how effortless it looked and said, I want to learn that. Sign up for BJJ. They asked him, hey, do you want to fight? They signed him up for a fight. Here we go. Years later, he's in the co-main event of a huge CFC card, looking to put another win on his record.
1-4 overall is the Candyman himself, Alejandro Diaz. I'm so excited to watch him, the 34-year-old. Berumin on the other side, though, a rising prospect in the sport.
Yeah, we've seen Berumin. He's pretty experienced at the pro ranks too, and like you said, he's been on some bigger stages. This is nothing for him, so I expect to see an entertaining, exciting fight. What CFC has already been delivering, they're going to continue the momentum here.
All right, both men are in the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man is a boxer representando Pro Athletes MMA in Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Standing at 5'5", 125 pounds. Make some noise for Emmanuel, El Destroyer, Berumin. And across the cage, this is a freestyle fighter representing Elite Kickboxing Academy, right here in El Paso, Texas. Standing 5'8", 125 pounds. Make some noise for Alejandro, the Candyman Diaz.
Tense right here in the co-main event.
I'd like to make a correction. It was Benny Benavides, not Bermudez, the coach that got the Candyman into Jiu-Jitsu. Touch of gloves.
Berumin coming out quick.
Ooh, swarms him right away with a 1-2 and gets in a grappling exchange.
Very, very fast start from Berumin.
Fast. Candyman also, he's not afraid to get taken down. I mean, you don't want to be on your back most of the time in an MMA fight, but he's not scared. Oh, he's getting tagged.
Berumin gets Candyman to eat some punches.
And
No problem for Diaz.
Just out of range.
Diaz
Both
has
guys
the
look loose.
Diaz has the length.
Yeah, surprisingly for his frame, he's got long arms, it looks like. Candy got caught with an uppercut and gets taken down right away. He got tagged with a solid uppercut up against the cage. It kind of just, I saw him sink a little bit after that. But
He is creeping his legs up the back.
and he's doing a great job with the high guard, controlling the posture better, getting right to an armbar attack. Oh, he's got to be careful with how he switches the angle. He has to keep control of the posture. But so far, Candyman
Emmanuel knows it's coming. Trying to defend.
switch off maybe into a triangle. He probably has to grab his shin here too.
Familiar place for Diaz.
But the thing is, Berumin has both of his arms in, so it's going to be hard to finish a triangle.
He's got to find the right angle on it.
Yeah. Again, keeping the knees high. That's a key here for the guard.
Are we going to get out of the first round, guys? Only
Judging by
three.
how things have been going.
There's still 3 minutes left.
Got 3 minutes up. And it looks like,
Good ground and
oh
pound
no,
here.
he's dropping some heavy elbows on the Candyman. And so far, the attack off the back of Candyman hasn't been enough. He's been stopped at every attack he's made so far.
Berumin is coming in with a flurry right here.
Oh yeah, in a rain with those elbows and heavy strikes.
Diaz really just trying to get anything to stick.
Candyman's
Throwing up arm bars.
He just has to extend, and he has this. He's got to go extend his body, and Beru has to stack them.
The elbow is in, so he is definitely in trouble.
That's a legit armbar attempt, but Beru's doing the right things, grabbing his bicep to defend this armbar.
He's stacking him. He's got the knee on the cheek
Knee in
slash
the-
chin
right in
of
the
Diaz.
neck.
Some good hammer fists for good measure.
And Beru staying calm here, not overreacting. Not
Still 2 minutes
Trying
left.
to-
A lot of time.
a lot of time to work for both men. But Beru's doing a good job applying his pressure. A lot of people, the mistake they make is trying to pull out of the armbar right away, gets him in trouble. He's just stacking, continuing to pressure Candyman on bottom.
Well, it seemed like Emmanuel knew the risks he was taking.
Clears the elbow.
And stayed
He's up
calm
on
under
top. He
fire.
passes. Ooh, Beru settles into the mount. It looks like Candy's just doing a good job not letting him settle so far.
Side control and full
Beru's
mount.
into the mount. Not the place you want to be if
Good
you're
shots
Candy.
to the
He's got to
body.
move. He is making
Big work here
it
from
rain with this
Berumin.
ground and pound. Candy stands up. He's trying to just stand up. I don't know if it's going to
Big
work.
punches. Big punches. I'm taking a close look.
We got 10 seconds left.
That's it. Another first round video.
Berumin shouts out the crowd, comes to El Paso, and gets it done against Diaz.
I mean, he had to go through fire to get this win. He had to go into Diaz's world. Stayed calm, stayed patient, got himself out of trouble, and then as soon as he had the position, didn't let him off the hook, and got the win.
First round, the fourth in a row.
Wow.
Emmanuel Berumin, what a finish right there for Diaz. Back to the drawing board.
Yes, Berumin got right in his guard, went to work with the ground and pound, passed. You know, he was in some pretty good submission attempts, but he was able to defend them very well, showed a lot of intelligence on the ground, passed into the mount, and finished the fight. Very clean performance here from Emmanuel Berumin. the destroyer.
You got
I
it in the
convince
trunk.
you to come out in a 1920s outfit like Emmanuel Berumin for your next fight.
I would love to do that. I gotta catch up. I gotta watch that show first, though. I can't be a fake fan. Kind of look like a Peaky Blinders if I never watch a show. But hey, maybe between now and then, I watch the show. I come and I look like Thomas Shelby. We'll see how it goes.
All right, I like it. I like it. As we continue here, we are live, CFC 6. What a big victory.
Referee Don Turnage brings this to the center and finalized. This fight has come to a conclusion in the first round due to a TKO stoppage due to strikes. Your winner out of the blue corner, Emmanuel and his Berumin.
What a fight. We're going to hear from Head Kick now and Emmanuel Berumin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for these two. All right, I'm here with your winner, Emmanuel. You got it done here in the first round. You're keeping this first round finish streak alive here at CFC 6. What was going through your mind when he had that armbar pretty deep?
Bueno, en español, yo sabía que era muy sincero. Estábamos preparados para defender la posición. Nada que decir, hizo un buen papel.
All right, after a first round stoppage like that, when can we see you back in the cage?
When the CFC called me America.
All right, do you have anybody on the top of your mind who you'd like to see next in here?
Oh, I love that movie.
I don't know.
And I put all the fruits and berries in my hair.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Destroyer!
Give it up one more time for El Destroyer, Berumin!
What a win right there by Berumin, getting it done. First round TKO against Diaz, and now we get a chance for the main event itself. We are right here at Head Kick. What a finish right there by Berumin, who was just really excited. And you can see his energy post-win right there, how pumped he was.
I'm pumped. This card has been absolutely amazing. And one of the things I actually like about these, shorter cards is they're so stacked. There's no filler. And the way we're cutting through these things with the matchmaking tonight is just beautiful. I'm having a blast.
Me too. I've been having a great time as we get ready here for Victor El Guapo Santan taking on Juan Monivas. We'll break this one down here in just a little bit, but hard to believe that the night is almost over here at Head Kick.
Oh, it's just getting started.
Are you ready for tonight's main event of the year?
Before we do the fight, one more. So if you scan this one, you potentially get free meals and discounts. So you know who eats before a fight? Champions. You know who eats after a fight? Smart champions. Teriyaki Madness serves up bowls that hit harder than a body shot, chicken, steak, and tofu. Fried rice. Real fuel, real fast. Scan the QR code on the screen. They are sending free coupons your way because a fighter turns hungry, but a champion eats. I've actually had this one and it's great. High in protein, healthy. Give it a shot. Free meal.
Berumin keeping the streak alive.
Another first round finish, or are we going to finally get to the distance?
I don't know. I think the way that tonight's been playing out, we'll see.
It's the end of the night. Who's ready for more bombastos y chongastos? This next fight is absolutely going to bring all that and more. Two athletes. now your fighters for the main event of the evening. Make some noise as we welcome Juan
Monivas is coming off a recent loss, but a 3-2 overall record that he checks into this one with. He lost via TKO twice. One recently in Empire, which is interesting enough. He comes from Piedras Negras out of Mexico itself, a striker out of El Templo Fight Club, and he's a guy who's a power puncher on his side. Cruz Monivas.
Monivas is a durable guy. He's predominantly stand-up. He struggles with the wrestling a little bit, but after his last loss to Munoz over at Empire, I'm sure that he's shored those things up, as professionals do. But he's a very technical fighter. He's got good power. He manages distance very well, and he's also very durable. Don't let the TKOs on the record fool you. A lot of those happen when fighters are, on the ground and getting ground and pounded. On the feet, he's very educated. He comes forward, he manages distance very well. He has got really good kicks, really crisp boxing. This is a true test for Guapo tonight in our main event.
Monivas, Jeremy, this is a guy right here. When I see him, I get a guy right here who wants to avenge a recent loss on his side, and I see on the other end El Guapo wanting to avenge a loss on his side. But let's start from Monivas. What do you know from him, and what does he bring here at a 3-2 overall record as a pro?
I saw in his last fight, again, yes, managing the distance well, but he had his moments in that fight. He was able to get a takedown. So we see he is competent in the grappling. He also was able to invert into a leg lock position. I know he's a purple belt, as far as I know, in jiu-jitsu. So he's pretty skilled on the floor. He's technical on the feet. So all around a pretty complete fighter. But we'll see how he stacks up against Victor El Guapo Santan, coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Hungry. Both of them coming off losses. Both are coming in hungry for a win tonight.
Monivas looks great physically. I saw him at the face-off, saw him at the weigh-ins. I was really impressed when he went up against Santan. The one thing that's different with Santan is he's got the boulder shoulder. We'll talk about him in a second.
And let's welcome Victor Santan.
Well, let's just get real about this fight for a second, as real as we can. Both these guys want to stand and bang. They do not want to go to the ground. They don't want to test each other's wrestling. They don't want to test each other's jiu-jitsu. They want to come in, they want to get a knockout and clock out early and get home with the W.
Victor El Guapo Santan reigns from El Paso, Texas, and he's somebody who's coming off a loss on his side. In the last CFC event we watched and witnessed was his pro debut, CFC 5. He was going up against Eric Beck, a prominent prospect out of the welterweight division, and he was a guy who went 3 rounds against Victor El Guapo Santan and won that one right there. Before the loss, a 6-fight win streak for Guapo himself, and he said that he wants to do this for a living. He's tired of all the hate, tired of all the people against him, tired of the haters, and he's ready to prove them all wrong with a big victory here in this one tonight. Head kick, give me your thoughts on Victor El Guapo Santan.
Well, you want to talk about a guy that's good everywhere, especially now that his wrestling was exposed and he had to go and fix that. Guapo, he's not just big, he's not just a powerful striker, but he's also coming in hungry. Suffering that loss in his pro debut in front of his home crowd really lit a fire under his ass that he is intent in unleashing on his opponent tonight.
Now, give me the latest on Victor El Guapo Santan. Jeremy, you got a chance to meet up with him a ton over this past week.
Yes. He was completely different. After that fight, it scarred him. And it put something in him to make sure something like that does not happen again. He has worked tirelessly on his takedown defense and rounding out the rest of his game, working on the bottom, working his way up, working on his striking, continuing to improve on it, because he drew Eric Beck in his first pro fight. That's no easy draw. D1 wrestler, relentless with his takedowns. Now, Guapo had his moments in that fight, yes, and Beck comes from Syndicate, one of the top camps in the nation. But He went back to the lab. He addressed those things that he needed to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I think we're looking at a completely different fighter once again.
With El Guapo, he comes from a family lineage of fighters. He comes from people who want to do this and want to see him succeed. And he's got the neon green shorts. I'm looking forward to this one tonight.
That is a change for him. His aesthetic.
This man is 5'9" inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. He's a striker, representando Piernas Negras en Coahuila, México. Give it up for Juan Monivas. And in the red corner, standing 5'9", also weighing 170 pounds. He's a freestyle fighter from the Elite Kickboxing Academy right here in El Paso, Texas. Give it up for the Don Guapo Santan.
Anthony Burchak really having to push in that introduction.
This is their golden child. This is the golden boy here for CFC. It's El Guapo, Victor Santan.
Impeccable timing, Exotic.
Here we go, guys. Main event, CFC 6. This one all brought to you by Firefox Homes. Visit firefoxhomestx.com.
No touching gloves. Victor came out southpaw to start.
Guapo aggressive right with a clean hook. Up close. We got a low blow here.
A little bit of a cup check, first one of the night.
Do the boots, do the boots.
How do we get all the way to the main event without a cup check?
First one, right? That's a sign of a good fight.
Had this happen at some point, right?
To a hot start so far, huh?
You can feel the tension between these two guys.
First main event for Victor El Guapo Santan.
He has the star power to hold the title of main event.
Oh, head kick attempt there.
Oh, wobbles up with the jab.
Good sprawl
Shuts
from
down
Victor.
that-
Already in on the submission here.
Guapo tracking him down. Elbows.
Guapo all over him.
Right to him.
Oh, good elbow.
They're exchanging. These boys are going right at it.
Victor cut open on the bridge of the nose or right between the eyebrows.
Corner's telling him to be a bit patient. We can see he's being very aggressive right now. Trying to get him out of here early.
Good
He's
head
finding
kick
that
again.
lead, and he didn't like that. Monivas,
The sprawl.
I saw his eye twitching a little bit after that head kick.
Good knee there.
Good sprawl from Victor.
Guapo circles to the back.
Goes
Guapo
six
is
to back.
fast, versatile, and showing it all.
Monivas fighting the hands, looking for a Kimura maybe. But Guapo attacks with that knee.
Good knees here, up against the cage.
Pouring out a lot of energy here. It's Guapo.
Calling for an inside trip there.
Oh, he grabbed the fence there, buddy.
Oh, I saw Monivas try to go for an elbow.
It gave him
Spins
an
to
opportunity to turn it around.
He's framing. Ooh. Oh. He's gonna take a step back. See Guapo looking for a jab, counters well off of that kick.
Yanni and Ellie liked each other. These guys don't like each other.
Nice combination there. Oh, he
Drops him.
That's it!
Santan walks right on. Santan looking for the finish. Here at home.
going for ground and pound. Victor trying to end the night.
Victor should,
with another
he's got his
first
hooks
round
in.
finish.
He's looking to flatten him out. Round and pound, the ref's taking a close
They're all
look.
clean strikes here. They're
The
on
ref
the air.
might stop it.
Santan gets the first round TKO finish. Oh! Wambo gets it done at home.
Victor
By
and
TKO.
Santan closes out CFC 6 with a big victory.
That's it. That's all. And that's that.
Let's go. What a night. CFC 6, along with head kick, Jeremy West. I'm Adrian Broadus. We're signing off here for tonight. Thank you so much for listening to us here. Out, presented by Firefox Homes. We're going to have head kick do the final interview, and then we'll be out here for tonight. Look at Victor and Santan with what a finish here tonight.
All right. Referee Joella had a release to the center of the cage. The referee has stopped this fight. 2 shots. And your winner, by TKO,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll eventually get with your winner.
There he is, my man. Kick Audio, what's up, man?
Hey, you tell me, buddy. You're the one coming off of the first round TKO.
I told you, didn't I?
Hey,
By the way, I was second in the league. He's like, hey, man, make it quick. We got parties to go to. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. No problem. Here we are. Come on, El Paso.
all right, so I want to point something out.
Talk to me.
Right after the finish, the ref's pulling you guys off each other, and you came straight to the broadcast desk, and you said, hey, what about my wrestling?
Yep.
Talk to me about that.
So, obviously, Cass, Mr. West has been helping me out a lot. Thank you. Coaches right here. Man, best apostle team. Come to open and use them. These guys is going to help us a lot. If you want to look like me, which you won't, well, you can try it. Come over to EKA. Come on now.
All right, in just your second professional fight, you get a main event draw, and you get it done in the first round.
Hey, man, that's what we do.
I want to know what's next, man.
So we're going to a little bit. I've been fighting here for 3 times, I think. I'm not too sure right now, but I'm going to travel a little bit. But possibly the last time you're going to see me. I will be back. I just got to collect my wins all around the world so they can know about me.
All right.
One last thing. Guys, it was favorite. Man, I was here up. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I gotta tell you guys something. Guys, I've been through all depression, anxiety, all those stuff. I wouldn't be here.
He knows the rules.
If it wasn't for my crew right here, my beautiful wife.
I will take that.
Okay? A toda la compañía por su gracia y por sus bendiciones aquí yo en este estadio. Muchas gracias a todos. No tomen pero si van a tomar, regalen la familia, por favor. Los amo mucho.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Victor!
Hey, he knows the rules, man. He knows.
Stay here. We have an after party coming up right here, right now, happening. But before we get to that, we have our announcement. I'm going to hand it over to owner Carlos Pacheco.
Yo. All right, guys, as promised, we're going to announce our main event for CFC 7 on July 11th. Making the walk to the cage, one final time, former UFC bantamweight, Anthony and Bono Burchek. And he takes on desde Bogotá, Colombia, Juan, Roa. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event, CFC 7, July 11th. This is a show you do not want to miss out.
Good to see you, baby.
All right! Don't be coming to the after party! Who's gonna party?
You're putting in miles tonight, brother. What? I said you're putting in miles tonight.
I do like 50,000 steps. In a bit like this.
Thank you so much for all your support of Island Fighting Championships.